Will you please welcome Leon and Romy?
My name's Leon.
And I'm Romy.
And it is an honor to be here at Penn Teller Fool Us.
It really is. Both Leon and I are each holding a clear plastic bag, each containing 10 different decks of cards. That's 20 different decks of cards.
Which gives us 1,040 cards for Mr. Jonathan Ross to choose from. Jonathan, please join me over here on stage. Let's hear it for Jonathan. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. It's exciting.
Very exciting.
Teller, point to a bag of cards. Mine? I was so excited. I was really hoping you would pick me.
Sure.
That means that everything that Leon is holding is useless. Done. Jonathan, please select one deck of cards. The choice is 100% yours, but whichever deck you choose
is the one we will use. And you got this nifty-looking deck of cards. Can you hold on to the box for me? We're going to start by shuffling the cards so we know we're starting with a well-mixed pack of playing cards. And Jonathan, if you wouldn't mind, please reach in there and touch a card.
Okay.
Anyone, doesn't matter. That one, take it. And it's okay if I see it. You can show it to me.
Yeah, I'm not showing it to you.
Jonathan, you gotta show it to me.
Where's the fun in that? Where's the
Show it to them at least.
Let's see, what? The 10 of diamonds. So folks, Jonathan got the 10 of diamonds. And to make this official, we're gonna have you put your name on it.
So take this marker and sign your name on the face of that card.
This is the only one you've ever signed for us, correct, sir?
It certainly is.
And I will take that back.
So there we go, guys. 10 of diamonds with Jonathan's signature. We're now going to take that card, and Jonathan, can you confirm for everybody out there that I'm shuffling this pack of playing cards and that we are mixing your card amongst all these other cards?
Fully shuffled.
Perfect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Penn and Teller, Jonathan, the idea here is to now try and find Jonathan's card. But I want to do this in a unique way, and a really dangerous way, actually, as well. In fact, this is so dangerous that the producers were worried about Jonathan's safety. So they actually asked me to provide him with a safety helmet. But Jonathan, this is Las Vegas, so we have something a little different. Go ahead.
Me?
Do you feel safe, sir?
I'm channeling my inner showgirl.
You look wonderful.
Leon said earlier, the trick that we are about to perform is actually incredibly dangerous, and we do need a few more items. The first one's been sitting center stage the entire show. It's this ramp.
Now, guys, this ramp is not going to make sense to you until I introduce this next person. This is our friend, Jason from Las Vegas. He is a professional skateboarder. Jason, thank you for joining us. Are you ready to help us out today? Ladies and gentlemen, we take the packet of cards, we split it into two. So Rami has a packet, I have a packet. Jonathan, your card's in one of these packets. Here's where it gets very interesting. Rami and I are gonna sit on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna need your help. I'm gonna say go. When I say go, I would ask that you all together count 3, 2, 1. When you get to 1, Jason is gonna come flying over us in midair. We're gonna spring these cards. He is going to reach in midair like a skateboarding, flying ninja. Oh yeah, and catch Jonathan's signed card in midair. Pretty good. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready, Jason? All right, ready? Go. 3, 2, 1. Come on, baby. Yes. Jason, come over here and bring us the signed card, please.
Oh, I didn't get it. I didn't catch it.
You're serious?
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Really?
Well, it was a heck of a jump anyway, right? Yeah. Thanks, man, thanks. Jonathan, can you please come over here and help us find your card on the floor? Guys, I'll be honest with you. It would have been too easy to have Jason fly in midair and catch that playing card. The hard part of this trick was actually getting the signed card on the bottom of the skateboard. Jonathan, is that your card?
That is my card. That's
And
my
your
card.
handwriting?
It is my
It is.
card.
Thank you, I'm Leon. Thank you.
Penn and Teller are going to talk about what they saw and see whether or not they know how you did what you just did. Is it something they would have seen before, maybe in a different form, or is it a brand new illusion?
Probably maybe in a different form. I mean, there's a lot of tricks that are like this, where it's basically a signed card going to an impossible location. We'll see how we did.
Well, it works certainly in fooling us, I think. Whether or not you fooled the two maestros, I don't know. I might take this hat off because I'm A, getting a headache, and B, I'm thinking about having an operation. So, Penn, take it away.
You know, what we do in Magic, what the major job to do in Magic is to take card tricks and try desperately to make them interesting. That is the grail we're all looking for, and I think you got your finger on that grail very, very well. The one thing that led us to be able to, we think, figure this out is how interesting it is to watch you walk across the stage. You walk so nicely across the stage that we could not take our eyes off you.
Hey, Penn, 1 minute. I was walking around and I get nothing.
It's a hard business.
You were more interesting to watch walk across the stage than Jonathan was, and therein lies why you didn't fool us.
Okay, so you're saying because Romy was kind of heading over there where other stuff was going on elsewhere and you were keeping your eye on her, that they didn't fool you, that the trick was in some way dependent on what Romy was doing. Okay, would that be the correct solution to what happened?
That is not correct.
Okay? This is the way you could have done the trick. When he picked the cards, which the card was a real selection, you did not force the card out of the real decks. That was all real.
Right.
You could have, and we watched you control that to the top. You could have handed her the card with the box. She could have walked across the stage, left it over there. It could have been copped over there, walked across, put onto the bottom of the skateboard.
Absolutely.
And then he could have brought it out and done that.
Yes, it would have.
But you didn't do it that way.
We did not do that.
Okay, then you fooled us.
Yeah! Come on! I was so excited.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Las Vegas, baby!
We've already asked 2 randomly selected members of our audience to join our next performer on stage in advance. Now, prepare yourself to experience the magic of Shin Lim. Ladies, thank you so much for your help. You may go back to your seats now. Let's thank our volunteers. Thank you so much. You know, I loved every second of that, and I know the audience as well. I felt like we were in the Church of Magic, and I love the fact as well that you cleaned up after yourself. My mum would have been really, really proud of you. So you were a concert pianist, but you got the carpal tunnel going.
I was. So first a pianist, and then 7 years ago I decided to pick up magic. And
so you've done all this, you've learned that or created that in 7 years. Wow, that's all the more remarkable, isn't it? I mean, that's just extraordinary. Now, you choose not to speak in the act, at least not to us. Why that decision?
I feel like it's interesting because... no, I think it's...
Did you do enough, though, to fool two of the smartest minds in magic right there, Penn and Teller?
I don't know, we'll see.
Let's find out. Mr. Penn, Mr. Teller.
A lot of people do card tricks. The idea of doing card tricks, which are silly at their very core, really seriously and really, really importantly, is wonderful. And I believe that is the only use of smoke I've seen in a magic trick that was sincerely beautiful. Now, watching this, you did a lot of tricks, and I want to tell you that we caught some stuff that you did. And there is this theory on magic that I believe very much, which is once one thing is seen to be phony, the whole thing crumbles, and it crumbles completely. So it needs to be perfect or not at all. But at the end of that, even with the little moves that I saw, I felt it was perfect. And as Teller said, we didn't even know how you vanished the marker. So you, sir, fooled us. Amazing. Beautiful.
Handsome Jack.
Hello, Las Vegas! Prepare yourselves for the Handsome Jack experience. Anybody who does not want to get his mind blown out of his ass should leave the room now. All right, you've been warned. Now, when the producers called me about being on this show, found out it's a 60-minute show, so I prepared 1 hour of kick-ass magic for you fine folks. Then I get here, I find out the producers have hired a bunch of other magicians, and I get 5 minutes, because apparently nobody cares about ratings around here. So I even printed up a bunch of Handsome Jack Experience handbills. I was going to distribute them to everybody. Gives you the complete rundown of everything I was going to do tonight. It even tells you everything you need to know about Handsome Jack. Ladies, once you go Jack, you never go back. That's right. So, since we're a little pressed for time tonight, I will just have to tell you about the things you won't be seeing me do tonight. Can't do this one. You won't see me doing, there's a hair in my hat. This is a classic. The Mighty Cheese Whiz. Won't have time to seesaw a woman in two. This is a good one. The Diner's Dilemma. That's a tribute to civil rights. No, we've just got time for one this evening, and that is, the Torn and Restored Handbill. Perfect. So, here we go. You know what? Don't say anything. I don't care if I fooled you. I'll let someone else win the car. What's that? The prize is not a car. Well, then I really don't care if I fooled them. One of my mottos has always been, magic is fun once you know how it's done. So I'm just going to show everybody how I did that. To do this, I needed a special magician's device called a grappler. I've got a grappler up my sleeve here. I'll show it to you. Now, I had an extra one of those handbills hidden inside the grappler. The grappler is a mechanical device. It shot the handbill out of my sleeve into my hand, and then it grabbed all those torn pieces and yanked them back up my sleeve. Now, it's mechanical, but it's not entirely self-working. It still requires what we magicians call misdirection. I'll show you the misdirection I was using. In fact, I tell you what, I will get up on the chair so you can all see the misdirection I was using. Do you remember I took all those torn pieces and I fanned them out like this? I knew if I was to do a very careful, deliberate action like that, you'd all be staring right up here. And while you were all staring right up here, probably none of you noticed when I went ahead and I dropped my pants. Now, once my pants were down, I was able to get my knees hooked together. And once my knees were hooked together, because of this cable that runs up my arm and down my leg, I was able to get this action going on. Watch, it starts down here and ends up over here. Watch. Yep. So you can see, it's not the hands that are quick in the eye, it's the knees that are quicker than the eye. So this just proves my motto, that magic is fun once you know how it's done. Am I right, people? There is still a problem sometimes you can encounter when you're using the grappler, and that is sometimes the people up close, they can see up your sleeve, and they can see all the torn pieces up your sleeve. And if that happens, well, then you have to resort to Plan B. And Plan B is what we call taking care of business, Handsome Jack style. That is for you.
Handsome Jack, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous. stuff. When I saw the first part, I thought, okay, I've seen this kind of thing done before,
Yeah.
but never with that kind of setup.
No.
So is that the area which you think will confound, perplex, and bemusing?
I just hope anything will confound or perplex them. I don't care which part of it.
Okay. I think they're coming to the end of their deliberations.
Well, Jack,
Yes.
we all know that all we're talking about is you handing this to Teller. There's nothing else in the routine that we are talking about.
Okay.
We also love the fact that you did the little moves that you would need to do to put it together the way that's been done every time we've done it in the past. But then in the last 12 seconds, you made it really hard for us. If that final one out of the grappler had stayed in his hands, there would have been no problem. Because when you do a torn and restored newspaper or a paper or anything like that, you end up dirty. Or it's possible that you had some way at the end to show us what we thought was individual pieces, but actually wasn't. If your hands actually came apart and you showed us separate pieces, then you, sir, fooled us.
Jack?
Well, if you ever watch the tape again, you will see I absolutely have individual pieces that I separate. They absolutely were individual pieces.
Wow.
Longest in the false sense of security.
Jack, it must be nice to be loved for something which isn't just your genetic good looks for once in your life.
I'm not just another pretty face.
There you go. There is your fabulous trophy. He'll be back here working with the boys on stage in Las Vegas. Please welcome Wes Barker.
Hi, I'm Wes. Normally I use like a big strong guy for this trick, but we can just use Jonathan, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
You're on this side. Does it sound
Sure.
good?
Okay.
Oh yeah, look at this. Right? Oh yeah, you work out, right?
You liking that?
Yeah,
You're not so bad yourself.
Thank you.
That's what we call firm hot cross buns down there in England. I knew if I came to Vegas, something would happen.
What's this?
That is a phone book.
It's a phone book. They're super irrelevant. You guys are clapping for phone books. Don't do that.
Thank you.
Phone books are super irrelevant, but I made a magic trick out of it, because why not? Have a look at this one.
Okay.
Make sure it's like all, I don't know, a normal phone book.
It's a normal phone book.
Check, make sure all the pages are different. That's gonna be very important.
They're all different as far as I can see, certainly.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yep.
All right, you're gonna give me the phone book,
Yes.
and you're gonna grab the pen and paper. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna roll through the phone book like this, flip through.
Yep.
You're gonna say stop wherever you want.
Okay.
And then you're gonna write down the page number.
Okay.
So whenever you want, I'm not gonna look, so whenever you want, just say stop.
Stop.
Right there, you happy? You wanna go more? You good?
No, I'm good. Okay.
All right. Write it down, I'll try and hold it for you.
Okay, got it.
You got it? Okay, good.
We'll put it down.
Yeah, put it down there, yeah. Okay, now I need you to rip this in half.
Okay.
But don't do it this way. Don't do like the spine. Okay, that's not the way. And a lot of funny guys like to do it like, well, they'll open it up in the middle and they go like that. Don't do it that way either. That's not good. I want you to rip it top to bottom.
Try and rip it top to bottom?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I feel bad doing this in front of you. I mean, it's kind of easy.
Come on. Come on.
You know, well, here's the thing.
You're vegan, aren't you? You can't do it.
I've weakened it for you.
Oh, yeah, no, you have. I just want to make sure that you know that this is fair, right?
I can't do that.
This has been super fair so far, and you can't do it.
I can't do it.
So it's a real phone book, but I'm going to give it a go here. I'm going to do it like this. Come on. Ladies. This is the part we need.
I'm scared of you right now.
What I'm gonna get you to do is I'm gonna get you to like fan them out in your hand.
Sure.
And then in a minute you're gonna throw them in the air.
Okay.
Don't throw them like this because they kind of stay in a clump. Throw them like more on an angle, and then they'll, you know.
So they spread?
Yeah.
Like confetti?
Yeah, and you're gonna stand right about there.
About here?
A little bit, yeah, right there.
Yeah,
that'll
this
do.
is good.
Sure.
So spread them in my
out,
hand like this.
but you're gonna face me a bit more because you're gonna throw them around this area. I need my thing. Hang on, I need my thing. I'm gonna do. Yeah. Sorry.
Hold on.
Yeah. So like I'm gonna, and then I'm gonna.
Oh, you're gonna. Okay.
Right? So you're gonna throw them, and I'm gonna stab your page.
Okay.
Right? Sure. So yeah, I'm this guy, like you're that guy, like that, right?
You sure I could?
Well,
I'm gonna do it from here.
no, right, it's good.
I mean, I'm good at throwing.
No, right here, you're gonna be okay.
I'm really good at throwing.
You're okay. So, yeah, basically, yeah, you're gonna go like that, I'm gonna go like that, they're gonna go like, yeah, like that. Okay, good.
You done?
All right. All right, you good?
You done this before?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, what? It's not a sharp sword? Okay. All right. If it wasn't a real sword, could I do this? Huh? Twing, twing, right?
That's a real sword.
I mean, I don't know, probably, yeah, I could. Doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I'll be honest, I'm more scared of getting one of your fingers in me.
Okay, here we go.
Okay,
You
so
look
fan
good?
it out,
Okay,
throw
so
it up.
high around me.
Yeah, yeah,
so maybe
okay.
Angle to me more. Angle a bit more to me.
Okay.
Angle, yeah, right there. There you go.
This is
Be good.
let's pedal
Okay.
it out.
There
Ready?
you go, yep. Throw the pages on the count of 3. You're kidding me. Jonathan, everything's on the count of 3. You help a buddy move up.
Dude, you're holding a sword. I'm just doing what you say as soon as you say it.
Everything's on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, go. Sex, 1, 2, 3, right?
I've been married 28 years. When my wife says do something, I do it straight away.
All right, I have one more phone book. This is the last phone book in the whole building, I'm sure. You want to rip it for me?
You know what? Why don't you just go straight ahead?
Thank you, I appreciate that. Here, I'll do. Son of a. I call this one Jonathan.
There's a lot of anger coming out there. Wow, let's see it again. 2 in the night. 2 in the one night.
Now, I should have told you to count of 3. That's my fault.
Yes.
But that was a horrible toss.
Yes.
I'm standing over here.
Well, it's the first time I've ever seen a phone book ripped in half by a human man.
This is our last try.
Okay.
Take those. You did good with the but it was wrong direction. Try and throw it more straight up.
Okay.
Okay?
More
Spread
straight
them out.
up.
Because it was a good spray. Just
Yeah,
spread them out a bit.
I'm doing my best.
Hey, I know you'll be great. You can't mess this up. It's fine.
I'll try
In
not
fact,
to.
I'll even let you count. You count to 3. You throw it. Okay?
So you want
And
one-
then just like around me, straight up. Like there.
A 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
go.
nice and high.
1, 2, 3, go, or 1, 2, 3, then do it. without
Whatever you
saying
want,
go.
because I'm gonna watch you. I'm just gonna watch you this time.
1, 2, 3, go!
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be crazy? I have 520 and 521. What do you have? Show the audience.
520. Holy moly. That was awesome. Wes, that was awesome. Wasn't that great? And 2 of them in one night. Okay, we'll let Penn and Teller talk about what they just saw. I know they enjoyed it very much when they know what they were doing there. That was incredible.
Thank you.
Now, here's the thing. I know you had some early days. Your early days, they were working hard days for you as a magician.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Man, this is a far cry from the $50 gigs I used to do at old age homes.
Wow. Well, not that far necessarily, because I'm kind of heading that way, and the fellas ain't getting any younger either. And would you do? But you wouldn't do this act in an old people's home.
Oh yeah,
would
I
you?
will. I will.
So you would get an old man in an old people's home and ask him to rip a phone book in half?
And I would ridicule him when he couldn't do it.
I think the guys are ready now, so I'm going to go to Penn and hear his verdict on what you just performed for us.
Well, I'll tell you, that was amazing. It has been a very, very long time since we've seen a phone book. And I know kinetically that you hung a little lantern on that, saying it was irrelevant, but still, it's a hard time for strong men now tearing a phone book in half, because tearing a iPhone in half is much more difficult.
Yes.
Takes a lot more energy. And in your phone book, I don't know what city that was. Is that a Vegas phone book?
No, I think it's from where I live, at Vancouver.
Vancouver. Oh, so you wouldn't have Luke Skywalker's number in that phone book, would you?
Don't think so.
But that would have helped you do the trick a lot, wouldn't it?
But when you say Luke Skywalker, are you suggesting that he's famous for something in particular?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Did that thing in particular feature in this at the end there?
Oh, sorry, took me a while there. No.
No?
No, did not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll explain some of this in a minute once they explain it to me, okay?
Well, I can...
I was missing what you're saying, but I totally am on your page now. And no.
This could be, I think, rather remarkably, one of those moments where Penn and Teller don't quite know how it's done.
What they're saying is awesome. You totally do the trick that way. It's just not how I did it.
But if you're saying it's absolutely not a force,
right,
then it had to be a holding a break and a peak afterwards.
Yes.
And then you would have to have some sort of index there after you held the break and did a peak.
No index.
No, and it's not the second phone book you're using.
Boom, boom, take that, Penn. Sorry. I don't mean to enjoy that moment too much, but man, I enjoy this moment.
We have taken, this is just ridiculous. We've taken 2 runs at this. Almost seems like we're about to cross into unfair. It almost seems like we're cheating. Magicians are supposed to cheat. You have cheated better than us. You, sir, have fooled us.
Our next magician is a second-generation performer. His dad performed in a show called Magic of Alakazam, a wonderful place which I believe today we call Istanbul. Will you please welcome Mr. Greg Wilson?
Hello, Penn.
How are you?
Hi, Teller. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Would you help me out by personalizing this handkerchief by putting your autograph or making some kind of mark that makes it unique, one of a kind? I'll be back and get it in a moment.
Okay.
I'm going to show you my favorite illusion. It was created by my father, Mark Wilson. Let me show you my personal version. Here we go. Might I have the handkerchief? Thank you so much. I'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow. Mark, lovely to meet you. Nani, great job. I saw there when you guys walked out at the end, which was a lovely end, Penn and Teller leapt to their feet. So these guys, you must have known their work.
Yes, of course.
So fabulous to meet you both. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark and Nani, off you go. Thank you so much for being here. How wonderful. Mark and Nani, ladies and gentlemen. That went great. We were knocked out, weren't we, by that performance? The surprise at the end and then the other surprise. And how wonderful you to grow up with your parents doing magic and then you go into it on your own as a career. Was it daunting at all, though, knowing you were following in their footsteps?
Oh, certainly. So I would study different types of magic than what Dad was famous for.
Yeah.
So he was famous for doing card manipulation when he was a kid. So I studied the balls, like you saw in the video.
Yeah, yeah. So you would deliberately mark out your own territory?
I tried.
Yeah. We're going to go to Penn and Teller. What did you think of the act, and did he fool you?
Well, you know, 50 years ago, Teller saw that trick on the magic land of Alakazam. 50 years ago, he saw that trick. And 50 years ago, when he was young, it fooled him absolutely completely. And there's a few things that we notice. You know, when you push a box that's a little bigger than maybe it needs to be, back against a curtain that's a little further away, and maybe there's a little extra time to sign. And we have done sword boxes before, and we've seen all sorts of ways to do sword boxes. And we know lots of ways that people have done tricks that are slightly inferior to this. And then at the end of a trick, you produce Mark Wilson and Nardi Darnell, two of the best magicians in the United States of America, and you expect us to say that we aren't fooled? We are not going to do it. You pull those two people out of a cabinet, you have fooled us.
Okay, will you please welcome Kostya Kimlat.
Thank you very, very much. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with all of you in the theater and everyone watching at home. Penn, Teller, I'd like to show you something special using a pack of playing cards. Will you please join me so you can watch closely? Everyone welcome Penn and Teller. All right, gentlemen, what a pleasure. So nice, so nice. So please have a seat, relax. In a moment, you're going to help me shuffle these cards. Now, I found that how people shuffle cards depends on which part of the world they've come from. Now, we have 52 playing cards. We've taken the jokers out. Now, I don't know if you have a preferred way of shuffling the cards, but I'd like to give you about half the cards, and I'd like you to mix those up as much as you like. And you can mix them up, too. Maybe you can help me do this. Can you wash them here on the table like this? Yeah. Now, the hardest part, of course, is collecting all those cards. So we're going to square all of these cards up. And you feel those are pretty well shuffled for yourself as well? Thank you, Teller. I'm going to spread these face up. And then I'm going to do kind of a crazy shuffle, okay? I'm going to turn these face down. And I'm going to shuffle them together. But before I push them in, I want you to see the state that they're in, all right? Very well mixed up. And then, Teller, if you would take your hand and place it like this for me, if you would. Yeah. And then can you place your hand, place it above, and press the cards together. That way you not only see them and all the way down the line, you actually feel them being shuffled and all the way, working so effortlessly as you do together. Awesome.
We're such a team.
You are. I love it. Perfect. Perfect shuffle.
You should see us shampoo together.
Now, look, would you agree those are really well mixed?
Yeah, I would,
okay.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Now, I'll say this. There is only one other shuffle that mixes the cards in a more thorough way. And this is a shuffle that is preferred by children and drunks. Like that, okay? Now, look, we even drop some on the floor. It doesn't matter. The cards are completely mixed up. In fact, why don't you guys get in there? Feel like a kid again. I want you to go ahead, turn them over, mix up, face down, do whatever you like. Give them a nice little mix. You feel pretty good about that?
Actually, it's starting to make me feel worse and worse.
Oh, okay. Pretty good. Okay, cool. So we'll collect them. That's fine. That's perfect. I'm going to gather up the cards together. And gentlemen, this is my favorite part. Even though the cards have been thoroughly mixed, look.
I'm going to break your hands.
No. Even though they're mixed, I'm going to find your two cards, which is really impressive because you haven't even picked them yet.
That's true.
But I get excited by the shuffling, okay? So let's do this here. I'll go through here, face up or face down. Here's what I like you to do. Reach in there and grab one out, face up or face down. I know, it's your choice. It's absolutely your choice. Face up, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I got it. Truthfully, it doesn't matter what the card is. If I know it, it's okay. What matters is which way you take it out. So would you please reach in there, take another one for me if you would? And you've got another one face up. Very nice. A 3 of clubs. I love it. So now, gentlemen, you can put the card back in. You remembered it. You showed it to the camera. You can put it back in any way you like, face up or face down. It's completely up to you. Yeah, slide it in there. Absolutely. So you see it going in. And which way? Do you want to put it back in face up or
face down?
Great. Slide it right in there for me if you would. Look, we'll even leave it sticking out so you see it there up until the very last moment. Now look, at this point, some cards are face up, some cards are face down. Look, I'm not even gonna touch them. I'm just gonna let them sit there. I'm gonna let them sit there. And if I let them sit there, they start to move all on their own. They start to turn over. So now every card is facing the right way. Every card is now face up, except for one. Except for two, the only two. And hopefully, lucky for me, they are your 2 cards.
Kinrat, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, you can take your seats. Are you taking the cards with you? Is that okay?
It is absolutely fine.
Of course it's okay.
Take a few of them. I think we've got a rough idea how this might be heading, but come and join me around the fun here.
Thank you.
Let the guys sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, how spectacular was that? And you know, who doesn't love to see Penn pissed off like that? I mean, he's in a terrible mood now, but that was really quite special indeed. This trick, is this one that you've come up with? Or
Yes, it is.
Okay,
absolutely. Yeah, you know, some magicians, we create the magic. That's what we love to do. So absolutely.
So really, the chance of them getting this, certainly, if they do, it will be having seen it for this first time, not knowing similar tricks in the past.
Absolutely right.
Now, I'm hoping that you will be back here on stage performing with them. Would that mean a lot to you? Are you a fan of these guys?
Oh, absolutely. I've been a fan for such a long time, and it's a pleasure. I mean, to be back here in Vegas on the stage would be wonderful.
I think we're ready to hear your verdict. Mr. Penn and Mr. Teller, what do you have to say?
Okay. I want to say right up front, I hate you. Let's get that out of the way. There is a bias here. I hated the way you looked. I hated the way you cleanly handled the deck of cards. I hated that I knew the punchline when you started. I hated that it was clean all the way through. I hated that I should have known it. I hated it from the moment you walked out. I tell you, when I saw him sitting there with his beady little eyes, I wanted you as dead as a hammer.
I feel the love, thank you.
Right there. No, you don't feel any love. You feel nothing but hate. I knew you were going to fool me from the moment I saw you sitting there, and yes, you did, but who cares? I'm the big dumb guy. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, it's not. 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 Stop it.
No, hold it.
Stop. Shut up. Shut up. Bring that back into the air.
Hold it. He didn't... Okay,
Bring that back up.
Put it back. Put it back.
You fooled me. You know for a fact that it's hard to say the word big without covering it with dumb. You fooled the big dumb guy. That doesn't mean jack. 2/3 of the people on here fool the big dumb guy. When you bring that thing down, when you say fooler, 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 is when you fool Teller. And Teller handled the cards, and he looked at it, and he thought about it, and you fooled him. You fooled Teller. Now bring it back.
Bring it down.
Now it's a fool.
Wow. Here it comes.
Hope you choke on it.